26 weeks. That's how long it takes to break a man down and decide whether the U.S. Navy will trust him with a suppressed rifle and a target package in a country we're not officially at war with. The attrition rate runs 70 to 85%. Out of a class of 180 candidates, fewer than 40 will pin the Trident. The base pay for a brand new SEAL with hazardous duty pay and dive pay stacks to roughly $60,000 a year. The Bin Laden raid was executed by men making less than a mid-tier software engineer. This is every level of a Navy SEAL's career, from boot to flag. If you like breakdowns of how careers actually progress, like and subscribe. That's what this channel is all about. Level 1, the candidate. You're 19, standing on the grinder at Naval Special Warfare Basic Training Command in Coronado, California. Your head is shaved. Your boots are wet because they're always wet. You signed an enlistment contract with a SEAL Challenge Program guarantee. Your base pay as an E3 is $2,377 a month, $28,524 a year. You ran a 9-minute mile and a half on the PST. You did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 20 pull-ups in a single test. You swam 500 yards in under 9 minutes using the combat side stroke. The PST is the floor, not the ceiling. Then comes prep school in Great Lakes. 8 weeks of remedial conditioning to make sure you can survive what's actually waiting for you. You learn the saying that runs every hallway in Coronado. The only easy day was yesterday. You don't believe it yet. You will. Level 2, BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition / SEAL Training. 26 weeks split into 3 phases. First phase is conditioning, 8 weeks. The runs on the soft sand of the Silver Strand, the 50-meter underwater swim, the drown-proofing test where they bind your hands and feet and throw you in the deep end of the pool. Then, Hell Week, 132 hours, 5.5 days. You sleep 4 hours total across the entire week. You run, swim, paddle, and carry boats on your head until your skull is raw. 2/3 of the class quits during Hell Week. The bell sits at the edge of the grinder. You ring it 3 times and you're done. You eat 7,000 calories a day and lose 10 pounds. Second phase is dive, 7 weeks. You learn open circuit and closed circuit scuba. The pool comp test, where 2 instructors tie your air hose in knots and rip the regulator out of your mouth, washes out half the men who survived Hell Week. Third phase is land warfare, 10 weeks on San Clemente Island. Demolitions, small unit tactics, live fire patrols. The graduation rate at the end of all 26 weeks runs 15 to 25%. You graduate with 38 men out of an original class of 180. Level 3, SQT and the Trident, 6 more months. SEAL qualification training, cold weather operations in Kodiak, Alaska, combat swimmer, static line jumps, free fall, close quarters combat. You earn the Naval Special Warfare insignia, the Trident, Eagle, Anchor, Trident, flintlock pistol. You pin it on at a ceremony where every SEAL in the room punches it into your bare chest one at a time until the metal draws blood. The tradition is called blood pinning. The Navy officially banned it twice. It still happens. You're an E4 now. Base pay $2,547 a month. Add dive pay, jump pay, and special duty assignment pay. Your total compensation hits $4,500 to $5,000 a month, $54,000 to $60,000 a year. You report to a SEAL team. There are 8 teams. Odd-numbered teams are based in Coronado. Even-numbered teams are based in Virginia Beach. Each team has roughly 250 men split into 8 16-man platoons. Level 4, the operator. You're 24, Petty Officer 2nd Class, E5. Base pay, $3,200 a month. Total comp with specialty pays around $70,000. You deploy. Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, the Philippines, places that don't make the news. The platoon runs an 18-month workup before deployment. Combat shooting, breaching, sniper school, language training, dive refresher. You pick a specialty. Sniper, breacher, comms, medic. Each one adds 6 to 12 months of school. SEAL Sniper School in Coronado is 12 weeks and pushes a 50% attrition rate just on the math and ballistics phase. You deploy to Anbar Province. Direct action missions. Capture kill raids. You lose 2 men from your team in a single tour. 1 to a roadside bomb, 1 to a rooftop sniper. You come home, you bury them, you start the workup again. Level 5. The Senior Enlisted and the Tier 1 Selection. You're 32. Chief Petty Officer, E7. Base pay $5,500 a month. Total comp $90,000 to $110,000. You've done 4 deployments. You're a platoon chief. The Naval Special Warfare community sends you a letter. You've been selected to try out for the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, DevGRU, SEAL Team 6, Tier 1. The selection course is 9 months. Green Team. The attrition rate inside Green Team runs 50%. Half the men who already earned the Trident wash out trying for Tier 6. You make it. You're now in the unit that flew into Abbottabad on May 2, 2011. The unit that recovered Captain Phillips off the Maersk, Alabama in 2009. 3 sniper rounds, 3 pirates, 1 captain alive. The Tier 1 operator runs roughly 200 to 250 days a year on deployment, training, or alert. Your wife understands or she doesn't. The divorce rate inside the Special Operations community runs north of 30%. Level 6. The Senior Chief and the Master Chief. You're 40. Master Chief Petty Officer, E9. Base pay $8,400 a month. Total comp $130,000 to $150,000. You're a Command Master Chief or a Senior Enlisted Advisor at a SEAL team. You don't kick doors anymore. You build the men who do. You sit on selection boards. You write the standard. You bury the friends who didn't make it home. The career attrition is real. The body is real. Knees, backs, traumatic brain injuries from years of breach charges and door entries. The VA disability rating for a 20-year SEAL averages 80 to 100%. The studies on operator brain health run grim. Repeated low-level blast exposure causes measurable neurological damage. The community is finally talking about it. Level 7. The Officer Track and the Flag. The officer path runs parallel. You commission through the Naval Academy or ROTC. You complete BUDS and SQT alongside the enlisted men. You lead a platoon as a lieutenant. You command a troop as lieutenant commander. You command a SEAL team as a commander. You command a group as a captain. The peak of the community is the Rear Admiral commanding Naval Special Warfare Command. 2 stars, roughly $230,000 a year in base pay. The job interfaces directly with the Joint Chiefs and the President. There are roughly 2,500 active duty SEALs at any given time. Less than 0.07% of the U.S. military. The Trident outweighs the man who wears it. You earn it once. You can lose it any day. The only easy day was yesterday. Hooyah.